Hey, what up? What up? Just want to make a quick video. Got some quick thoughts that's been brewing in my head. Um, yeah. So let's get at it though. Yeah, man. Um, the boxing streets, um, the boxing world. You get what I'm saying? Um, it's very, cultic. So what I mean, the boxing streets, boxing world. I'm talking about what we call in today's world new media. We got everyone got a microphone or a phone to record and all that kind of stuff to, you know, give their opinion. That's what we call new media. Everyone that has access to making their own platform and speaking, giving their own opinion. So that's what we call the new media. But I just want to say this because over the last years or last, what you say, 8 years, however you want to put it, you put a number to it. The new media, um, like folks like me would say that the old media is racist or the old media is biased. You get what I'm saying? And not to say that hasn't been true or that hasn't had any validity to it. But that same new media who's calling the old media racist, bias, makes their own narratives, trying to flip words and do this and do that. I'm gonna be honest. The new media has turned into just that. Just that they have accused of old media doing, man. Like everything they said that old media has been doing over the last however year, they have turned into that exact same monster, if not even worse, in my opinion. You know, you got certain new media platforms calling fighters out of their names, calling fighters out of their names, disrespecting them for whatever reason. I don't know what goes beyond closed doors to the point where a platform feels like they have the right to do that, calling certain fighters out of their names. It's crazy to me. I think a lot of times new media, and just like old media, they get attached to some of these fighters a little too much, to the point if they don't get exactly what they want, it's like they have a vendetta towards that particular fighter. You get what I'm saying? A lot of the times these platforms are a fan of these fighters, but they will still disrespect these fighters because they're not getting exactly what they want for whatever reason. I'm gonna tell you one thing. Yeah, I might want to see certain fights get made, but I will never come out and try to just blatantly disrespect a fighter just because a fight didn't get made. Yeah, I might be upset about it, but going over the top to feel as though I can disrespect that particular fighter, like he's not just another person in this world, he's not a man himself, that's out of pocket. Yeah, I'll never get to that point where I'm so invested, so emotionally invested that I get turned up to the point I feel like I have to disrespect another person or a fighter. Never will be me. Too much. Because at the end of the day, that's another man. And that man is just like you, who has emotions, or however you want to describe it. They're another person that can take action if if they would want to. Let's say you go to a fight and you see that fighter. You get what I'm saying? Shit could turn ugly. You don't know what kind of state of mind that fighter could be in. I think a lot of times we think these fighters are robots, like they don't have to respond. Just like the way you take shit personal of certain fighters not taking certain fights, that fighter can take that same critique and take it personal too. Whether you disrespected him, call him out his name, they could take that personal. And so I don't understand how certain platforms come get up and talk and as if they can disrespect some of these fighters, in my opinion. Shit is crazy. Shit sounds crazy to me. Like I said, me, and there's no problem having, you could say, favorites or certain quote unquote biases that you may think, not even biased, but it's okay to have certain fighters you think will beat another fighter, or you like this fighter so much because he fights like this. There's no problem having, you could say, favorites. But the blatant disrespect is out of pocket, in my opinion. I done seen it around YouTube, and it's worse than what old media did. It's way worse. It's way worse. We like to complain about old media. Old media ain't doing nothing compared to what y'all been doing. Shit, y'all make old media at this point, some of y'all make old media look like an angel, to be honest. Old media didn't do half of the shit y'all been saying. Come on, man. But the shit is out of pocket, in my opinion. And me personally, as a fan of the sport, and as a fan of American fighters myself, like a lot of y'all claim, y'all, first of all, a lot of y'all not even like, y'all say y'all fans of black fighters, but y'all really not really, for the way y'all disrespect them, in my opinion. Y'all really not. Like me, for example, I'm a fan of all American fighters. Whether they get the fight done or not, yeah, it can be like annoying, but I'm not gonna get out of character because a fight didn't get done. A lot of y'all counting people's pockets. Y'all not even supposed to do that. And y'all don't even do that in real life. You're not even supposed to do that in real life. Like, I get it. To a certain extent, you have to you could say count these fighters' pockets to kind of gauge who's the A side. I get it, but some of y'all be doing way too much. You get what I'm saying? Some of y'all be doing a little way too much. It's ridiculous. But like I said, I'm a fan of all these American fighters. You know what I'm saying? Do I think certain fighters, American fighters or black American fighters in the same division one can beat another? Do I favor some over another? Yeah, of course. That's okay. That's everyone has allowed to have an opinion, but I think a lot of y'all be trying to make narratives about certain fighters, just like what old media be doing. Y'all be doing the same thing. Y'all be trying to paint a narrative or push a narrative out there, which is not the reality of what's going on. We trying to paint certain narratives about fighters. Same thing old media be doing, y'all doing it, but worse. For example, do I think Gervonta Davis could beat Devin Haney? Or who do I favor in that fight? I think Gervonta Davis is going to win that fight. I don't think Devin Haney's going to win that fight. I think Gervonta Davis is the best fighter at 135. I think he beats everybody. I think Shakur Stevenson is the biggest test to Tank Davis' career. Is going to be his biggest test at 135. I think that's going to be his toughest fight. Shakur is that talented. I think Shakur is the most talented, the most skillful boxer out there. I think he's number one in the whole boxing world. But I do think Davis still beats him. Like, people don't understand how to give opinions or give their objective opinions without disrespecting a fighter. Like, that's something that a lot of y'all don't know how to do. I don't know. I don't understand it. Yes, does the boxing business get in the way of it? Yes. It's boxing. Like, we understand that, like, we're dealing with so many legs. You're dealing with promotions. You're dealing with promotions. You're dealing with networks. What else are you dealing with? I know there's one more leg. But yeah, you got so many legs that you're dealing with. Not only are you dealing with promotion and networks, but you're also dealing with multiple promotions and multiple networks, all at the same time. So many legs to make a fight. And so, has it been frustrating at certain fights that have been made? Yeah. But that doesn't mean I'm going to go as far as getting personal with certain fighters. Come on, man. Y'all take it way too far. Like, the attachment y'all have is a little too much. I like boxing just as much as anybody out there, but it'll never get personal. I'm going to state my opinion, and that's it. That's it. When it comes to the A side and the B side, I'm going to be frank and honest. It's real simple. If you can't generate a certain amount of numbers in terms of viewership and the money you bring in to that situation or that fight you had, you shouldn't be the A side. It's simple. I don't care how many belts you have. You're not generating that much money. You're not selling any tickets. It's real simple. If you can't sell tickets, you can't be the A side. If a guy is selling 20,000 tickets, 15,000 tickets, 10,000 tickets, right? Versus a guy who can't break 5K, why would that fighter be the A side? I don't care how many belts you had. I don't care if you're undisputed. I don't care. If you can't bring money to the table, you can't bring viewership to the table, you can't be the A side. You got to be the B side. I don't care if you are undisputed or you're a unified champion. You don't bring the money to the table. So the fact of the matter is, that fighter who brings that viewership, selling out arenas, if he's selling out arenas, he should be the A side. It's real simple. He's the one that's bringing the viewership. He's the one that's gonna make this what you call a grand fight. So I don't understand how, with certain situations where people feel like are arguing back and forth between fighters and who should be the A side and this and that. But yeah, you got to be able to sell to be the A side. If you're not, you're gonna have to. I'm just gonna be honest. If Gervonta Davis and Devin Haney fight, Regardless if Devin Haney is undisputed, he's gonna have to be the B side in my opinion. He's not selling out. He's gonna have to be the B side even to Shakur if he fights. The only way that Devin could be an A side to a fight like that is if he's selling the same amount as Gervonta Davis. Then it makes sense that, all right, he's selling the same amount, just about the same amount. It don't have to be the same amount, just about the same. If it's selling just about the same and he has the belts, then yeah, he'd be A side. But he's not even selling. He's not selling out arenas. He's not selling venues out like that. So when that fight comes to the table and they're negotiating, Gervonta got to be the A side of that situation. But you got so many people who has a certain narrative about certain fighters like Gervonta Davis. I don't know for what reason. I don't know what was this negative outlook of Gervonta. I mean, we understand that certain promoters don't make certain fights. It's not always up to the fighter all the time. A lot of times it's the business side of it, and I think a lot of people know that. People, say that, well, a fighter could demand a fight. I don't know. I don't know what goes on behind back doors like that. That could be true. That could not be true. But to say that Gervonta straight up ducking Devin Haney or Devin Haney is straight up ducking Gervonta Davis, I don't know for sure. I do think certain fighters have certain I do believe that certain fighters look at certain fighters like, yeah, I don't really want to take that fight right now. I think that's a natural reaction because you may want to be more ready for that person. But I don't think fighters just really want to duck another fighter. You get what I'm saying? Now, if they spar, that could be another thing too. And I hate when people say sparring is not as serious as people think. I do think sparring is I do give sparring a lot of credence in terms of if a fight get made or not yet. You get what I'm saying? Especially if you got rocked in the sparring. I don't care what no one says. You don't. If you get hurt by somebody in sparring, you're not going to tell me you're not going to be a little, I don't want to say apprehensive, but you're not going to be like, you can't just throw that out like it doesn't matter, bro. I know it's not a real fight. I know it's not under the lights, but it still has some credence. I hate when people say it doesn't have credence. I don't understand where that comes from. If I totally outclass you or if I hurt you in sparring, that's always going to be in that fighter's mind, bro. There's no way that's not going to be in his mind. I don't understand that. But yeah, the main point of the video is that new media, so-called new media, it's just like old media, man. Y'all act the same way. Y'all not any better. Y'all disrespect these fighters. Y'all call old media racist, but y'all, what's the best word? Y'all almost like prejudice, if that's the word, or discriminate against your own. That's what it sounds like. A lot of y'all new media. It sound like y'all discriminate against your own. Y'all make fake narratives about certain fighters. I do peep that. Y'all make a crazy title, and y'all talk all this nonsense, man. Bro, it's the boxing business. If the shit don't get done, it don't get done, man. And if it's a certain fighter's fault, then it's their fault. But keep the personal shit out of it, bro. Keep that personal shit out of it. Certain fighters, yeah, I do believe certain fighters do duck. Some fighters do duck. But when it comes to a certain specific situation, I don't think that's the case. I don't think Gervonta's ducking anybody, bro. He's not ducking nobody, bro. Somebody who has the skills like him and the power that he possesses, why would he be ducking? Why would he be ducking somebody like Devin? And Devin's a, and I no disrespect to Devin. Devin is a talent. Has one of the best jabs in boxing, if not the best jab in boxing. He's a talent. But why would somebody like Gervonta Davis, who has skill, who has power out of this world, be scared to fight somebody like Devin? And Devin's not even someone who could pop like that. He's not somebody who could hit hard like that. Come on, man. Why would he be ducking him? I don't understand it. There's no reason for him to be ducking somebody like Devin Haney, or to be apprehensive to fight somebody like Devin Haney. If anything, not saying Ryan Garcia is better than Devin Haney, but Ryan Garcia, that fight is a little more dangerous in some regards than fighting Devin Haney. Come on, man. And I think Devin Haney's better than Ryan Garcia. I think Devin Haney beats Ryan Garcia easily. But the fight that Ryan Garcia is, fighting somebody like Ryan Garcia is a little more dangerous in some regards, especially for somebody like Gervonta Davis, who's small in stature and don't have the reach like that. That's a more dangerous fight in certain respects. Somebody who can hit hard as Ryan Garcia, quick, may not be the most skilled, but he's a live dog in there. That's a lot more. I don't want to say pressure, but there's a lot of pressure right there. And I think Gervonta Davis stops Ryan Garcia. I think Devin Haney stops, not stops, but I think Devin Haney beats Ryan Garcia easily. But come on, man, like, come on. You're not ducking Devin Haney. And I can't even necessarily say that Devin Haney is ducking Gervonta Davis, but I do think he's gonna take that fight, or he's gonna be that fight's gonna be forced to be made at some point. You get what I'm saying? Come on, man. I enjoy watching a lot of these American boxers. I do think certain fighters are better than others, and that's it. That's it. It's nothing more than that. Does the business side of the boxing get in the way with a lot of things? Yes. Because one side thinks that they're more valuable than that fighter, and this side thinks they're more valuable. So they're gonna tug. They're gonna have their own tug of war. You know. Each side is gonna throw their bid in, and this is why I'm more valuable. This is why I should be a side. Let them have that. Let them go through that, and we could talk about that, because we're that's what we're here for. We could talk about that, but the whole disrespect, all that kind of stuff, y'all go a little too far. Man, y'all go way too far, man. Y'all take that shit way too far, way too personal, man. I get, some of y'all have relationships with these fighters behind closed doors. And that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. And some may not have relationships with others, and that's perfectly fine too. But at the end of the day, keep the personal stuff, conjuring your own narrative about certain fighters that's not even there. Keep that shit out of it, man. Keep that weird shit out of it, man. But that's just my opinion. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to y'all later.